So let me get this straight. Fleury tests positive for COVID yesterday and doesn't leave his room at all until noon today after it was confirmed that it was a false positive, but doesn't need to take a second or third test to confirm that that was a false. I mean, I'm not complaining, I just don't understand. Stone lifting the Stanley Cup. Yeah! Let's go! Go, let's go! Why? Oh my goodness! Yeah, he's gorgeous. I never thought I'd see that in a hockey game. So we had Fleury in net tonight, but other than that, same lines as last game. So let's just get right down into it. I think Reeves woke up in a bad mood or something because, oh, huge hit from Reeves. Oh my gosh, Reeves is on a tear. Oh my gosh, Reeves. I mean, he only had one the rest of the game, but 6 hits in the first period alone is a monster period for him. Question, how many times is Kolesar gonna be absolutely robbed before he finally gets his first career goal? About 13 and a half minutes in, Nosek and Kolesar have this 2-on-1 opportunity, and Nosek gets it over to Kolesar, who is robbed by Binnington. Kolesar! And then 1 minute later, Mark Stone captaining this team with a really dirty dangle to pass it over to Stevenson, who gets into the offensive zone, passes it over to Pacioretty. Pacioretty waiting at the blue line, gets it back up to Stevenson, who went to the net, and then who else went to the net but Mark Stone, right there to bang it in to make it 1-0 Vegas. Wow, what a move from Stone to get the puck to Stevenson. Pacioretty, Stevenson. Yeah, Mark Stone! Goal! It's a goal! Goal! 40 seconds later, Whitecloud chips it in, and then the Blues are the first to get to it, but Riley Smith, forechecking on this, grabs that puck, sends it right over to Marchessault. Backhanded, lifts this puck past Binnington to make it 2-0 Vegas. Yeah! Oh my goodness! What a quick sequence! Marchessault in the right place at the right time to benefit from Smith's really good forecheck. Other things from the first. Oh my gosh, Fleury. Hey! The post. VGK had 2 power plays, did absolutely nothing with either of them. Is our 5-on-4 ever gonna just, you know, be good? And the beginning of the referee controversy for the night. Chandler Stevenson on a breakaway is shoved down by, I think it was Shen? No call. Stevenson. And no call. Seconds later, the other way, Mark Stone takes a whack at Braden Shen's stick and is called for a very soft slashing call. So the Blues will carry this penalty over into the second period. And he tries to go upstairs. Tarasenko. It's good to see him back. We're able to kill it, and then minutes later, Marchessault, who just was phenomenal tonight, strips Sammy Blais of the puck in the defensive zone with Karlsson right in front of Binnington. Marchessault sends it up, and Karlsson tries to go 5-hole, but Binnington stops it. Karlsson! Wow, creating defensive turnovers instead of giving them away. Speaking of defensive turnovers, 1 minute later, the Knights are unable to clear the puck from the defensive end, and the Blues make this change, and it's a really good one. Sanford skating with the puck along the boards, gets it over to Falk, who just lasers this right over to O'Reilly, and O'Reilly does not miss to get the Blues on the board, making it 2-1. And a teammate finds Falk. And then same old, Fleury making glove saves. On. Really good save by Fleury. What? It was a good save by Fleury. What are you doing, Blais? Oh my gosh. Fleury! Oh my gosh. And it's at this point that I recognize that DeBoer kind of shuffled up the lines. We have Nosek up on the 3rd line with Tuck and Waugh, and Glass was sent down to the 4th with Kolesar and Reeves. This worked out for Nosek. Waugh with the puck over in the blue line sends it up to Coughlin because they were just switching roles for a second, and then Coughlin passes it right to Nosek, who bangs this home to make it 3-1, restoring the 2-goal lead. Yeah! Nosek from Coughlin. Dylan Coughlin, my goodness, what a pass. A little bit later in the second, Sammy Blais enters the zone and then sends a pass right off of Dylan Coughlin right in front of Fleury. Coughlin loses his footing and falls, and then the first person to get to the puck is Tarasenko, who has half a net to be able to just get this home past Fleury, making it 3-2. Never mind, not happy that Tarasenko's back. This one isn't exactly Fleury's fault. Sammy Blais was trying to pass it over to his friend, Nico Mikkola, on the other side, but instead it just gets right up into Coughlin, and Fleury, who went to try to go across the crease, could not get back in time to be able to stop Tarasenko from just banging this home. You hate to see it, but at least we're still got a 1-goal lead, right? Third period. Alec Martinez is called for tripping against Zach Sanford. Kyrou going across the ice, sends it over to Hoffman, who one-times this, and then Zach Sanford, the guy who drew the penalty, is able to bang this home to make it 3-3. Well, of course they were gonna tie it. Vegas and St. Louis love playing in overtime against each other. In fact, we do it about half the time, 5 out of 10. Except DeBoer was livid.
DeBoer's not happy.
I think too many men is the most subjective penalty in the game because the refs did not call one here when it led to the Blues scoring this goal. On the ice here, there are 8 Blues, but I mean, there's like 5 of them close to the bench, right? But then here, there are clearly 6 Blues on the ice with at least 6 feet between them and the bench. Okay, refs miss stuff sometimes, that's gonna happen, and unfortunately this led to a goal that probably should not have counted, but it is a tie game, 3-3. Earlier in the game,
Gonna be Kyrou or Perron?
I was leaning more towards Perron, and there's a good reason for it. Players love scoring against their former team. David Perron used to play for us, so of course he was gonna score the 4th goal for the Blues. Another power play for the Blues, this time because of Dylan Coughlin tripping Nico Mikkola. Perron drops it for Tarasenko, who gets it up to Shen, who's streaming in, falls, but the puck gets over to Perron, who's wide open, and just blasts this thing into the net. And this makes it 4-3.
Here is Shen looking in. Perron scores after.
I miss David Perron. 1 minute later, Wah had a really good game, and there's the Wah dancing around, skates back, gets it over to Theodore as he's entering the zone, who takes this shot. Bennington pad save, but sneaky Alec Martinez back skates ever so quietly over to the other side, just waiting for this prey to just magically fall into his lap. And it does, and he gets this rebound to go in, and it's 4-4 tie game. Theodore. Yeah! Martinez, thank you. Oh my goodness. And that will take us to overtime. This is the 6th out of 11 overtime games between these two teams. The Knights and the Blues do not know how to play a normal hockey game. A minute in, Torrey Krug is called for tripping against Riley Smith. We have a power play. In overtime, it's 4-on-3. We're gonna do something with it, right? And I'm just sitting there and I'm watching them. And they're not doing anything with the puck. They are literally standing still, just passing it between the 4 different people that are on the ice, not doing a single freaking thing. It took us 1 minute and 24 seconds of 4-on-3 hockey to take our first power play shot, and I'm sitting there asking, begging, pleading for anyone on the team to just shoot the freaking puck. Smith! Yeah! Riley Smith! Oh my goodness! Oh, thank you. Next round of play, Martinez with the puck sends it up to Marchessault, who sends this beautiful pass perfectly placed over to Riley Smith, who slaps this thing. An absolute bomb right past Bennington to win the game in overtime, 5-4. Yeah! Finally, our first VGK win in St. Louis ever. Stuff from this game. The refs left me more dumbfounded in this game than I think I've been all season, but I'm not sure because I feel like this has been a trend all season long. I feel like in general, refs do a really good job. However, there are things that they're just clearly missing. One should have led to a penalty shot. One led to a goal that should not have counted, 2 count. And then one led to an opportunity for us to be able to get back to the power play, which I guess is kind of a hit or miss of whether that's a good thing or not, because they missed a puck over the glass call and they did not know for sure if it was, and so they just didn't end up calling it. DeBoer was the most emotional I think I've ever seen him in, at least for Vegas. Absolutely livid about the 6 men on the ice. Just look at him. And he was also really mad about the puck over the ice. Whether or not the refs call things the way that you go, you still have to go out there and play hockey. And I would say that Vegas did a decent job tonight. Not on the penalty kill like they normally have been doing, but everywhere else, yeah, they did really well. I hate to see Glass go down in the fourth line because I think that he can be a real offensive weapon. However, the line of Tuck, Waugh, and Nosek was phenomenal. I don't know, they just really seemed clicking tonight. Marchessault also had a monster of a game with 7 shots on goal tonight and excellent work in their offensive zone, even if they didn't have the puck. From how things sound, DeBoer might be starting Fleury tomorrow. I don't know how he even started tonight, but so yeah, tomorrow, again, the Blues. Let's see if we go to overtime again. That's gonna be it for today's nightly review. Thank you so much for watching and have a good night.